Are your emotions getting in the way of your real estate deal? Unfortunately, buying and selling a home is a very emotional process, and I see people every day let their emotions get in the way of making a smart investment deal. In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove your emotions in your next real estate transaction. Hi, I'm Eli, and welcome to Analyze That, where we talk about everything Bay Area living. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do I make a smart investment in real estate? Well, you do it by removing your emotions from the equation and focusing on the numbers. First reason this is important is because the Bay Area is one of the most expensive real estate markets in our country, and every dollar counts. However, when buying a home for you and your family, as you may know, it's a very emotional process. And you're probably worrying about things such as schools, neighborhoods, commute times, lifestyles, the cost, and just a place that you're happy to call home without all the financial stress. But do you want to know what the most stressful part of the process is? Not making the right investment decision. So, one of the things that I like to help my clients with is to remove emotions from the process completely. Where we start is we help our clients validate their emotions to their needs and their wants. You see, often emotions are temporary and misleading, and it's really important not let them overtake our investment decisions. When previewing a house, there are very small emotional triggers that most people don't realize. For example, the smell of a property. When you walk through a home and you get a wonderful smell, you may associate it with home and get a very comfortable feeling. On the other hand, if you walk through a property and it smelled like smoke, it would turn you off, wouldn't it? And this is why sellers stage their house. It plays on the buyer's emotions, expectations versus reality. For example, walking through a very narrow dark hallway will often find a full-size mirror to add the illusion of light and space. But when you move into the home and the mirror is no longer there, are you going to feel different about your hallway? And lastly, with staging, oftentimes buyers walk into a room and fall in love. But really, when they think about how to practically put their TV and their couch up in this living room, the setup doesn't really quite make sense. So, is this the right home for you, or is it just staged perfectly? These are all the things you need to consider that the average home buyer doesn't think of. And don't get me wrong, you need to love the house that you buy. But there is a balance to it, so your experienced realtor can help you analyze that. Now that you know the impact that our emotions have on our real estate transactions, let me help you analyze the situation so you can make a better decision. Here's an example of how emotions got in the way and cost somebody a great investment. A client I was working with was in the middle of negotiations to purchase a new property. In this case, the seller was firm on $1.165 million, and there were multiple offers on the table. But my client's offer was only $15,000 below what the seller wouldn't budge below. And $15,000 is a lot of money. But on a mortgage amortized over 30 years, it comes out to about $70 a month. My client was angry at being in a multiple counter situation, and he refused to budge. Today, a property that he could have purchased 2 years ago for $1.165 million is now worth $1.45 million. Was it really worth the $70 a month, having over $300,000 in equity over the last 2 years? And this is an example of where emotions got in the way, and my client absolutely loved the house, but ended up walking away from it, which was his dream home. Buying is an emotional process, and stories like this happen every day. If you have any additional questions about buying or selling a home, or would just like to get an in-depth analysis or your questions answered, I am more than happy to help. In addition, check out some other videos on my website or my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to subscribe below. This is Eli Beyder with Analyze That.